Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. My guest today has played for Middlesex, Essex, and Ireland during her career. She scored hundreds and taken wickets in men's cricket as well. She's an ECB Level 3 qualified coach. She's coached at Rajasthan Cricket Association, and recently she was appointed as the fast bowling coach at PSL franchise Multan Sultans. Very warm welcome to Kath Dalton.
Hello, Saj. It's great to be here. I'm looking forward to our chat, certainly about cricket, so it should be good.
Thanks very much, Kath. Let's start with, a lot of people will know about you. Obviously, you've been in the news recently as far as Pakistan fans are concerned. But apart from what I've said there, give us a little bit of background about yourself, please.
Yeah, so originally I started playing cricket for Essex, so for my state team, and I was an opening fast bowler then, and I progressed my way through to playing England Academy. So I was opening bowling for the England Academy for 2 years. I then moved to Middlesex, so I've been to 2 counties, and now currently I'm back at Essex, which is good fun for the latter part of my career. But yeah, I've had a interesting kind of fast bowling journey for sure. I met Ian Pont, who is my coach and mentor, and I started off with a very poor bowling action, Saj, if I'm honest. It wasn't very good, and I learned a lot about the biomechanics of how to bowl faster, how to bowl straighter, and then swing and slower balls and all the good stuff that you need as a fast bowler as well from Ian originally, and it made me a much better cricketer. And I got picked for the England Academy off the back of that, so that was really something, and it was a journey that's really led me into being fascinated by fast bowling and then going into coaching for it.
And this Multan Sultans job that I just mentioned there, how did that come about? I know you've been going to Pakistan and working with some of the Multan regional players. So tell us a little bit about how you got this job.
Yeah, so about 5 years ago, Ali Tareen invited myself and Ian Pont out to coach on some camps in Lodron, and from there we've developed a fantastic relationship with Ali. Worked with some fantastic fast bowlers, as you said, Mohammed Ilyas, Arshad Iqbal, Sameen being some of them at our latest camp, and then some promising young players as well, under 23, under 19 Pakistan players and state players as well. So it's been an experience. We met Ali there, and obviously, as you know, Ali has now become the Multan Sultans owner. And I got a phone call in August asking me whether I'd like to become the fast bowling coach of the Multan Sultans. I was on holiday, Saj. I was out in Greece with some friends, and I got the call, and it was the easiest yes I've ever said. So
I mean, some of these camps that you've worked at, were there some female cricketers there as well, Kath, or was it just focusing on the men's game?
We did. We spent one morning with the female players, which is great. So when you see Ali's camps now, you see that there are females getting coached as well. Elite MS are doing some of that, which is great. But we mainly focused with the male fast bowlers during the camps, and it was really interesting experience for me. They were great. They took me on really well, and I've built some fantastic relationships with them. And what's nice is when they start to do well as well. So I tweeted recently actually about Arshad Iqbal and one of the action changes we did for him. So we worked on something called arm pull, which is like range of motion in his action, like a catapult stretching back, because his arm was pulling from here. Now we've got to stretch it back a lot more. And that's called a stretch reflex. It's like stretching an elastic band and letting it go. And Arshad worked on that. And last year, it was great to see him in the PSL bowling 88, 90 miles an hour. And actually this morning, I've seen that he's got a contract with the PCB. So that's really exciting for him as well. So yeah, it's been great to work with them. And when you start to see results, it's even better as a coach.
During the downtime, did you get to see much of Pakistan?
Yeah, I did. I've only been twice, so I'd like to see some more, hopefully, or obviously in the PSL, I'm going to see a lot more of Pakistan. It's a fantastic country. Everyone was so welcoming, and the food is too good. I need to be careful, Sergio. I don't want to eat too much when I'm in Pakistan, because the food is so good. I want to keep eating. So, but yeah, it was a fantastic country. Passion for cricket is something that I thought was amazing. You know, unlike here in England, it's all about football, isn't it? So it was nice. It was nice to go somewhere where cricket was the number one thing.
And when you say food, Multan, that halwa is absolutely delicious, isn't it?
Oh, it's too good, too good. Yeah, very, very tasty, very tasty. A cup of coffee and that, perfect.
And what about the players? I know the draft is a few months off, but what about some of the players that you're looking forward to? Because Multan are fairly consistent with the players that they pick. Obviously, a number of the players who've played for them in the recent past will probably be reselected. Any particular players that you're looking forward to working with?
I'm really looking forward to seeing who comes along in the draft and seeing how it goes. Obviously, Mohamed Ilyas and Sameen Gul were there last year, so it'd be good to hopefully reconnect with them. Obviously, coached them before. Dahani's a great fast bowler as well. He's got a great character on him, hasn't he? So
What
I've
do you think
watched
of
the
his
PSL.
singing? Did you see the video of him singing
I
recently,
have
Gav?
I haven't seen him sing. I will not be singing with him. I've got the worst singing voice in the world, so we'll keep that at bay for the fans. They don't want to hear me sing. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a great experience. Also be really nice to be in that kind of environment, you know, and seeing the passion for the PSL firsthand. Because obviously I've seen it on television. I've been to Pakistan, but I've not been to a PSL game. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Speaking of Multan Sultans, they're an innovative bunch, aren't they, in terms of the
Mm.
data research, the data analysis that they do when selecting their staff, their players, and obviously the matchups during games, and obviously appointing yourself. That that's an innovation as well. That must be quite heartening and a good franchise to work for.
100%. I think Ali Tareen is a very progressive man. He's looking to, you know, empower women through sport, which is very exciting. He's a visionary, to be honest. He's out there and he's looking to develop and adapt things for the betterment of sport, but also the betterment of people. And I do understand that I'm going to be a role model for some young girls. It's particularly in Pakistan, so that's important for me to show that there is a pathway in cricket, in coaching, and in playing. And I'm really excited. You never know, there might be a women's PSL one day. That would be pretty cool as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I was just going to ask you there, young girls who are thinking about getting into cricket in Pakistan. Obviously, Pakistan's women's team are evolving,
Yeah.
but they'll see you sat on that bench in the PSL and think, wow, if Kath can do it, then so can I.
I think that's the most important thing with role models, and we've seen it here in the UK with the professional contracts that now the England women have and the regional teams, which is like state cricket here. And when you see it, I think that's a massive thing because then you think, well, I could do it. So hopefully I can inspire a few more girls to get out there and play this wonderful game that we all love. And we can't stop talking about, can we, Serge? You know, the World Cup's on. It's a fantastic game. We all want to be a part of it. So hopefully they feel inspired.
Pakistan's quite a conservative country as well, Kath, and some parents will be reluctant for their daughters to play cricket. How would you encourage those parents to let their daughters play cricket? I mean, we don't want to get into the religious and the political side of things, but as a even a pastime, not professionally.
Well, I think sport in general gives you so much in life. It develops you as a human being in so many different ways, from communication to teamwork. You learn so much through sport. So if they have an opportunity to go and play cricket, I think it's because, you know, we play a lot of overs, so it's a long day with a lot of people. And you really build a huge amount of friendships. So I've got friendships all around the world now, which I feel very privileged and blessed to have. So yeah, if you have the opportunity to play, 100% do it.
And we mentioned Dahani and some of the other younger guys, but what about the likes of Mohammad Rizwan, Shan Masood? Looking forward to work with these internationally renowned cricketers.
Yeah, of course. I mean, these guys are at the top of their game. So for me as a coach, it'd be great to see how they go about what they do, how they think about the game, because that's such a big thing, isn't it? The technical and tactical side is one thing, but the mental side of cricket is another. So to see international players at the very, very top doing what they do will be a really interesting experience for me. And hopefully I can learn a thing or two off them as well. But I'm really looking forward to it. They look like they've got a nice team. They look like they've got a good team ethic about them. So I'm looking forward to being part of it.
Pakistan's the right country to be a pace bowling coach, isn't it? Because everybody's just mad about fast bowling there.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody said to me, "You're going to get a job as a fast bowling coach in a franchise," and they said it's Pakistan, I would have been amazed. That's the perfect combination, isn't it? The passion for pace in Pakistan is huge. So I know I've got a big responsibility on my shoulders to make sure that I go out there and I do my very best and help as many fast bowlers as I can. And I think fast bowling in particular, you know, the technical side is something that it's beginning to seep in. It's beginning to become part of the coach's armory. So I'm looking forward to seeing how our players, you know, develop over the next 5 weeks when the tournament's on, because 5 weeks is a long time. You know, as a coach, got 5 weeks to work with a player. Hopefully, we can make some improvements, and we'll see Multan lift that trophy.
And what about during your career where you've coached male cricketers, Kath? Have you ever come across some objection to you coaching male cricketers? And you know, that's potentially something that you could come come up against in future as well.
Yeah, it's been very interesting for me, because initially I wasn't sure how I would have been received, but it's been fine, and that's including the UK. You know, as a female coach, what's it going to be like going into an environment, those types of environments? And I've been received really well. I think what I've learned as a coach is that if you can give a player an advantage or add value to them, so you're improving them, they don't mind where the information comes from. Hopefully I'm an approachable person as well. Hopefully, you know, the guys feel like I'm approachable and friendly. So building that rapport, that kind of relationship with them where you're actually, you know, you've got trust is really important as a coach. I certainly studied that in my degree as a PE teacher, sports teacher here in the UK. How do you get a player to be on your side and help them? So yeah, I've obviously, as you said earlier, been to India, worked with Deepak Chahar really closely. Rajasthan Cricket Association, worked with a lot of their first class and young players, and then here first class cricketers as well here. And no, I've been received really well. Been very fortunate with that. Everyone's been very nice. So long may it continue.
And finally, Kath, Lahore Qalandars are the top of the pile in the PSL recently. Certainly, the last few editions. Do you think you can turn things around at Multan with your help?
100%. I think you have to believe that any tournament you're going into, you believe you can win. Multan have got a good track record, so they just need a bit of magic to push them over the line, and hopefully we can provide that this year.
Kath, thank you very much for your time. All the best for the future. We'll be looking out for you at Multan Sultans and how you go about with the pace bowlers there. But as I say, really appreciate your time and best wishes for the future.
Thank you, Saj, and thanks to everyone at Pat Passion. Come on, Multan.